said, the Olympics of off-road racing, where you know, once a year in a different country, they have all the best riders from everywhere get together, and it's a 6-day event. You ride for 8 hours, usually around like 150 to 200 miles a day, and 6 days straight. Nobody's allowed to touch your bike but you, so you have to do all your own maintenance, all your own bike work, stuff like that. And you know, it's kind of a one-off race for the pro guys, but it's also a big deal internationally. You know, you get to meet a lot of guys that are racing over in Europe and down in Australia and just kind of everywhere. So I've been on the team for 10 years, and I enjoy it every time. It's cool to get out and travel and see a different part of the world, and you know, also just ride your dirt bike on a different country. So it's fun. But you know, this year I'll be riding a 350 4-stroke in the E2 class, and I've ridden that before. I rode that last year, so it's a good bike. And KTM's obviously behind me quite a bit, and they're supporting me. But you know, it always helps to have these little fundraisers and just to kind of promote the whole deal. You know, a lot of people don't really know about 6 days, and so coming out and hearing about it and learning about it is kind of cool. And also, you know, to do this in junction with Prospectors Motocross is kind of more personal thing with me. I've been with Prospectors for a long time. My dad was in the club and my mom, and so I grew up in the club, and a lot of good people. I enjoy seeing them every time, and I get to come out, and so it's a good motocross race, a good time to come out and do a little fundraiser and tell people about 6 days and see how it goes.
So now you say you have to do all your own work on your bike, so you're riding 150 to 200 miles a day. And does that mean after that riding is over with, all the maintenance that has to be done on your bike in the pits between days of racing is done by you?
Yeah, basically they give you a lot amount of time. You get 10 minutes in the morning to get your bike out of what's called an impound area that is secured. Nobody's allowed to go in, and you have 10 minutes to work on your bike before the day starts, and at the end of the day you have 15 minutes to change a front tire, a rear tire, your air filter, and some oil. So it's pretty quick. I mean, you can't really screw around, and you don't have a lot of time. And after riding for 7-8 hours, you're pretty tired, so you have to kind of, you know, just train to be able to change tires and work on your own bike. And that's a whole other aspect of off-road racing that I enjoy. It's more, you know, not just about getting on the bike that somebody else prepped or anything like that. You really have to take care of your stuff and really, you know, think about what you're doing when you're riding, not go down, not crash, and save the bike for 6 days.
This for you compared to the grueling schedule that you're used to week in, week out. What does a day like this look like for you, and how much fun are you having today?
You know, I grew up racing District 37. I started when I was 12 years old, when you're allowed to race desert, and my dad got me into it. He was a District 37 member for a long time, and also my mother. And so to come do these kind of one-off races with the Prospectors, it's just fun. I mean, I enjoy being able to come out on my off weekend and have a fun time and just you know, do something different that I'm not kind of scheduled to do with my normal races throughout the year. So I have a good time seeing everybody, you know, old faces and stuff, and riding, not really worrying about having any pressure or racing or anything. So it's good. It's a fun weekend.
Any advice you can give to the competitors out here today? How to finish off the day?
You know, just have fun. That's always, you know, so cliche, but it makes sense. If you're not having fun racing or riding, then it's not worth it. It's a lot of money, big sacrifice. You know, parents put a lot into it, and so do the kids. And if you're not enjoying yourself, then you just won't get the results that you want, and you kind of leave the weekend unfulfilled. So that's the biggest thing. Just enjoy your time. Enjoy hanging out with everybody out here, and just riding your dirt bike.
Great. Thank you so much for your time, and wish you the best. Thank you.
Thank you.